Right, welcome back everybody. Now, today we're going to be talking Pantheon, and as you can see in the title of the video, this video is about how to survive the Pantheon, because this week it is significantly harder than it has been in the previous weeks, especially the Rhulk encounter. Rhulk is by far the hardest, and it's also at the very end of the challenge, so you do have to come prepared. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about how you can make it as easy and efficient as possible for your team if you're going for the Platinum score, as well as the triumphs for the Godslayer title. So, first things first, let's talk modifiers. This week we have Arc and Stasis Surge, which will heavily affect our choice of subclasses and weaponry moving forward. We also have the returning modifier of Class Warfare, which as a reminder grants 20% increased weapon damage at its maximum of 3 stacks by simply using your class ability. Consecutive class ability uses will refresh the duration, and the range is quite extensive, so please remember to save your class ability for damage. Because it's Arc Surge, Grand Overture is going to be an excellent option for Caretaker, and due to the Stasis Surge, I heavily recommend running either Palmyra B or Cold Comfort for your heavy weapon for quite a lot of the encounters, but we'll get to that. As far as subclasses go, Arc Titan is phenomenal for encounters like Caretaker, Atraks, and Rhulk, especially for his final stand, so try to have as many as possible on your team if you can. For Golgoroth, my team and I used bait and switch Cold Comfort since it has relatively high total damage, and I was on Cenotaph marking the yellow bar knights and ogres, making ammo for my team in the second phase so we never ran out. I also recommend one of the gaze players run Tractor Cannon and apply it when they see fit between taking gaze. Golgoroth is arguably the easiest encounter on the list, and it serves as a nice warm-up for what's to come. For Caretaker, we switched to 6 Grand Overtures and 3 Thunder Crashes for the insane burst damage provided to secure the super easy 2-floor. Even at minus 15, it is still relatively simple to do the 2-floor on Caretaker. You just have to be very careful about your coordination and when you decide to go past the threshold. It doesn't get much more simple, just wait to release your volley once the threshold is hit, and super straight after. Okay. Thunder Crash if you have. Nice, good job, good job.
Much better.
My Thunder Crash was bad.
For Explicator, we went back to Cold Comfort for the DPS advantage. It's here that I also recommend running either a Reconstruction, Recombination Heritage, or Kinetic Tremors Supremacy, because it lets you deal with the Yellow Bar Colossus relatively easy, especially since Kinetic Tremors can make it stagger and stop it from stomping you or using its minigun against you, which at minus 15 is a very, very deadly force. Despite the absence of Solar Surge, Sunshot is also a very good pick here, as it can quickly deal with grouped up adds plus the Solar Shields on the Centurions. Having Flint Striker on your artifact is also a very nice thing to have here, because you'll be radiant most of the time if you're using Sunshot, and it will just increase your damage by a further 25%, essentially giving you that Solar Surge for free. Explicator is one of the tougher encounters, and I really recommend you prioritize your lives in this encounter. Sadly, you do need to 2-phase to get the Platinum score, which is going to be quite challenging for most teams. If you just want to get through it, the 3-phase is all you need, but if you want the Platinum and the Triumphs for the title, you need to 2-phase. So now I'll just play the second phase of our 2-phase kill for Explicator.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Someone do one more classy. Nice. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Right.
Right. Quick.
And go.
Oh,
yeah, enough this one. We got it, we can get it.
we should get it, yeah.
Let's
Make sure you get the buff, 100%. Well's out in a second. 3, 2, 1, go. Go. Nice. Good job, guys. Good job.
That's pretty shit a little bit.
Easy go.
Yeah, nice. For Atraks, we then had everyone except myself swap to Thunder Crash Titans and Parasite to secure the 1-floor kill. Now, even though there isn't Solar Surge, Parasite is still an excellent pick, and we chose it over Grand Overture because Grand Overture is somewhat inconsistent with the damage it deals, plus it takes a lot longer for the volley to actually hit Atraks, which may cause you to completely miss your super after you do the volley. So I believe even though the Surge isn't there, Parasite is just a whole lot safer, and it guarantees you the 1-floor regardless. Just make sure you have as many Titans as possible, because it makes it very easy with the Arc Surge. The reason I stayed on a Void Warlock was to provide a weaken nade for the debuff, because that's the only debuff, or buff for that matter, that works on Atraks. So you might as well, because it gives that extra 15% damage. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice.
Yeah.
Easy.
I bet that's doable next week.
Yeah. Go. Nice. Good job. For Oryx, we had people swap back to Hunters and Wells and use Whisper of the Worm for damage exactly the same as last week. This is because, again, despite there being no Solar Surge, Whisper is still a guaranteed 2-phase if you have at least a couple Celestial Golden Guns thrown in there and are properly stacking Class Warfare. Okay, for classy.
refresh it, please.
I don't have.
Yeah.
Nice, good damage. Indebted Kindness is also a very strong pick in this encounter as it lets you deal the Arc Shields on the Light Eater Knights, and because it's Arc Surge, it's just going to be doing more damage, so definitely take this if you have a decent one. Oryx is a relatively easy encounter, but the one after that, well, not so much. Rhulk is by far the hardest encounter in the entire activity, and you do need to come properly prepared as it's really no joke. For starters, Tormentors now spawn in place of the Abominations, which isn't so bad if you have a div to deal with them, but by far the most impactful change is the presence of a second Shadow of Rhulk that appears in the boss arena. Here is my team's reaction to when we saw this guy.
No, wait, what's happening again?
Oh, wait, what? No, what's this?
Hey, oh, what the fuck is that?
Give me call it, give me call it, give me call it.
Oh my god,
It's another one. It's another one. What the
You're
fuck?
going L1. You're going
Yeah,
L1.
L1. What the fuck, man? Now granted, it walks slowly and is only able to kick you, but even this alone is enough to apply immense pressure on the team, and you really need to be hyper aware of your surroundings, since if both the real and shadow versions catch you off guard, it won't take long before you're finished. My team had one person cut him around during damage and the mechanics leading up to damage to try and reduce the impact it might have caused. Because bear in mind, it doesn't disappear when damage begins, it's always there. For our strat, we had 4 people swap to Titans once again and use classic Izanagi Palmyra plus a div to secure a stress-free 2-phase while also saving Thunder Crashes for final stand to guarantee the kill. Hacks. Yep. And then surges.
Last warfare.
There's classic 10-3PO.
70 cars.
Refresh Lassie.
I got pushed off road. Oh my
Final stand, final stand.
Insta-finder 0. Quick.
Bro, I had to jump around fake Rhulk to hit him with T-Crash. That was so stressed.
Oh my god, fast.
Nice, good shit, guys. In terms of my thoughts of the activity, I actually think it's really cool. The difficulty increase is very noticeable over last week, and I just think that's down to Rhulk actually being a very challenging encounter. The addition of the Shadow is a very, very cool way to spice up the difficulty, and I'm glad that they did it. It just forces you to move around way more, and I'm a big fan of that. However, I do feel for the LFG teams that are doing it this week, because again, I'm pretty sure you need to hit a 2-phase in order to hit Platinum, which is by no means easy. Overall, this makes me even more excited for next week's Pantheon, because on top of the final -20 power, we're getting 2 bosses. We're getting Nezarec and Riven, and I believe both of them are going to be very, very difficult, which is something that I'm very much looking forward to. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this guide, and I hope it helps you get your clear for this week. So yeah, thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Your support means the world. And if you're really into the content I create, consider becoming a member of the channel, which not only lets you support me in the best way possible, it also nets you a whole host of awesome perks along with it. A massive shout out to these members up on screen, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now, dear viewer.